Hi and welcome to your energy art reading for the 5th until the 11th of August. Now this is going up on Tuesday, a little later than normal. That is because one of the energies that you're going to be feeling this week is procrastination. And the other energy that's come through really strongly this week is change and doing something new. Which has really filtered through to me because normally I would use symbols. I normally get, so 90% of the time I get symbols when I tune into the energy to find out what's happening this week, but it's all just words this week. So clearly we're all meant to be doing something a wee bit different and a wee bit new. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Vicky Paul. I'm an intuitive artist and I use art and creativity to channel energy, to bring through clarity, guidance, growth and wisdom. So let's just crack on. The first thing that has come through really strongly for me this week is organization. And it feels that this is all about getting your ducks in a row. So you will be, if you've not already started, clearing the slate, organizing your life, getting all the admin done, even down to the physical stuff like clearing out cupboards, tidying up, putting stuff away, throwing stuff out. It just feels that you are clearing the slate. And this is this sort of energy that's going to help you make way for something new to come in. Now, this week we have the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August, which is hugely significant in energetic terms. But before I get on to that, I want to talk about this process of cleansing and organizing. And this is something that's going to feel quite natural to some of you, but for others, this is going to feel really challenging, particularly if you're the type of person who likes to hold on to things for sentimental reasons. And it's going to be a tricky time for you to actually let that stuff go. So this is a reminder that baby steps are as courageous as huge leaps. It just depends where you're at on your journey. So if you are still feeling that resistance to clearing and tidying and cleansing up and getting organized and getting your paperwork sorted, even life admin, bank statements, chucking out old, cards that you've received for birthdays and Christmases, whatever it is, I want you just to take the first step. And if there is resistance that comes up around this, start with something that's not as significant. And this could be clothes that you've not worn for a few years. It could be paperwork that you store in the attic, right the way through to going through your phone and clearing out old numbers of people that you're no longer in contact with. It could be just cleansing yourself. And I feel with this kind of cleaning the slate, it could be a deep clean in your house or your workspace. But I also feel that you will feel the need to clean yourself more. And yes, we're in the summer in the UK, so it's hot and we probably do bathe ourselves a bit more. But it's beyond that. It's, cleaning out. If you get chipped nail polish, you'll just want to get rid of it. You'll not be able to look at the chipped nail polish. If you have got your roots growing in, you'll be like, right, I'm booking an appointment to get my hair done. So all of these kind of subtle things are just gentle reminders that this is about organizing. It's about getting yourself into the right space and the right energy. And this cleansing and clearing it's kind of like a ritual, even though you maybe don't feel it. It's an everyday ritual, but it's your way of communicating to and with the universe that you are ready to receive the next stage. And this is what this period is all about. So this is about structure and order, because the Lionsgate portal is all about manifesting our desires. But it's not just about having faith in the fact that we have the ability and the potential to do something. It's about taking action. It's in the middle of Leo season, which is all about action. And this cleansing and making way for something new is the first step in that action taking process. So the other thing that's come through really strongly is it's not just clearing, it's about getting order back into your life. It's about getting structure back into your life, which for me as a creative can be a wee bit challenging at times because I like to be a bit fluid. But actually, we need to create specific times and spaces to step into each aspect of who we are. So this structure is a huge part of the process. This kind of clearing and cleansing, I feel, goes deep for some of you. And I actually feel when I tap into it, this strong emotion wanting to come to the surface. So this is either related to something that you have desired and wanted or have been pursuing for a long time, and it's not just quite got there. You've never just quite hit the mark. So it holds a significant amount of potential for you, and therefore the potential for it not to work out. And this week is all about tapping into that Lionsgate portal, that courage, that energy of the number 8, where it looks at infinity. You know, what do you want for the rest of your life? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to be? How do you want to behave? And this has been building for a number of weeks. If you've watched previous readings, this has been unfolding over the weeks, and it almost feels that it's kind of coming to the peak of that energy. Now, the Lionsgate portal goes on for a little longer till the 12th of August. It's been open since the 28th of July, but it really hits its peak on the 8th. So there's kind of time either side for this to unfold. So don't worry if you've not quite got your ducks in a row. There is a few days either side of this reading. And it feels that you need to, if you're not already, is to start embracing this no nonsense approach to who you want to be, where you want to be, how you want to live your life, who you want in it, who you don't, what you want in it, who you don't. And I want to say, for some of you who are direct in your personality, then that's just wonderful. But just go canny and go a wee bit easy, because this kind of no nonsense approach may come across as quite direct, and you might be quite direct with your words, because in your head you're like, right, we're doing this, I'm getting this organized, I'm getting that organized, and it might just come out without thinking. So just be aware that if it's landing with more sensitive people, or you're in an environment where you're not normally this direct, people might be a wee bit taken aback by how you're communicating. And I definitely know that it's got something to do with the throat chakra, because I'm wearing blue, albeit a light blue. But also when I was tuning in to do this reading, I started to get a kind of scratchy feeling across my throat. So that to me is around communication. And again, it's been building for a few weeks. What do you want to say? How do you want to say it? Are you communicating what you want? So again, this is bringing those energies forward from the previous weeks about asking for what you want, saying how you feel, and having those difficult conversations, but just wrap them up in a nice gentle bundle. The other thing that's coming through with this energy is that you are going to be filtering your own truth. And this is why I feel this emotion coming up, because it feels like some of you have been really trying to understand what that is, who you are, and what does the truth of who you are look like? How does it come across? And it feels that you've been trying on different hats for quite some time. And this, you know, you've been kind of almost dancing from one thing to the next and jumping back and forward, and almost slightly scattered and trying something and then letting it go, trying something else and letting it go. All of this is absolutely fine. You know, so many of us are guided that you've got to stick to the one thing and keep on going and pursue. But actually there's huge positivity to be learned in trying and then discarding, because you're understanding who you are, what it is that you want, how you want to show up in the world. I mean, it's as general and specific as you need it to be. And I feel that you're gonna, and I'm gonna swear here, but you know, I'm Scottish and I swear, your bullshit detector is gonna be out in the open and in full force. So you are gonna see through people, you're gonna not put up with any more crap chat anymore. You might find that you're gonna get rid of some people out your life, or you're gonna call people out. And this might feel a bit turbulent. People might be taken aback if you're not used to owning up and stepping up in this capacity, because I really feel that this stepping up energy is all part of leveling up. This week is sort of culminating and you are ready to level up in whatever that means for you. So if your relationship isn't stacking up, what do you need to do to make it where you need it to be? Is this something that you can do individually? Is this something you can do together? And if it's not, are you ready to let that go and move forward and invite something in? So there's a lot of courage that's going to be needed this week and in actual fact for the rest of the month. So, and it's wrapped around an energy of not good enough. I'm getting the words not good enough. Where do you feel not good enough and what is not good enough in your life? And if it's where you don't feel good enough, this is where this emotion is going to come up, because I feel for some of you, you have not been feeling good enough for quite a long time. And this has manifested itself in lots of different ways, in attracting the wrong type of people into your life, in accepting behavior that you don't feel you're worthy of, in not asking for things in work and not charging enough if you're in your own business, in talking down and talking negatively about yourself. And it may not feel that to you, and I know that I have been guilty of this, and my husband will say, you know, we have this thing where if I'm or he or I are communicating and we're kind of like being negative and we're not aware of it, it's kind of like, what's this big storm cloud above you? Because we're so used to communicating in a certain way that we actually sometimes don't realize that everything we say is an affirmation. And if you talk yourself down, even in the slightest way, as in you don't look good in this outfit, or your hair's not great, or you're just not looking your best today, right the way through to not being good enough at work or in a relationship or, you know, in your friendships, just across the board. You know, even criticizing yourself if you're at the gym and you've not had a good session. I mean, this is across all of life. So this week is all about allowing that self-worth issue to come up, to be processed, and to be released with love. And I really feel that this is tapped in with the procrastination energy that I have been feeling in posting this a couple of days later than I normally do. You know, I was questioning whether these readings were landing and whether this is the right thing that I should be doing to share what it is, and are they of benefit to people? And you know, you've got to love the universe. The minute I was kind of having this conversation, I got a beautiful comment that came through about how helpful these readings are and how they connect. So the universe is listening, people. The universe is listening. So I want to talk about this 8/8 Lionsgate portal, and it's all about strength and determination. You know, so this is what's lying so closely underneath this self-worth. Because if we believed fully in ourselves and did not give two hoots about what anyone else thought about what it is that we wanted and how we wanted to live our life, we would have the courage of a lion just to pursue it. And this is what this period is all about. It's about giving you the strength and determination to have the action to put that faith in yourself out into the universe, to make it happen, and to use this really auspicious energy around the 8th of August to help you really manifest those dreams. And, you know, positive affirmations are wonderful, but unless you actually do something about it, you can't just expect the universe to step up and support you. So you need to put the plans in place to help you bring those dreams into physical reality. And that is what this energy is about, with the getting organized, the clearing the slate, the putting structure in place. And if you are a more fluid, creative energy like I am, then it's going to be really important that you find a way of structuring your day and your week and your thoughts into what it is that you actually want. And even if you just start with writing it down physically on a piece of paper, what it is that you want to achieve about life, about work, what you want to let go, what you want to invite in, what you're prepared to accept, what you're not, what you love about yourself, what you want to work on, you know, just right across the whole spectrum of life, and just get it down. Even if it's a brain dump, it doesn't need to be articulated in any sort of novel fashion. It just is about getting that thought out your head and manifesting it onto paper, making it physical, making it reality. And it feels that the fact that I've not done drawings this week is really tapping into and embodying this energy of trying something new and having the courage to say, okay, well, this is the way I've always done it, but hey, I can change my mind. I can try something new. I don't need that anchor, because for me, the drawings are a sort of manifestation of the energy and a visual guide and a tool for me to tap into and expand upon when I'm doing these readings. So this almost feels it from a personal perspective from myself, the fact that I've not drawn these symbols and I'm just relying on some notes that I took as the sort of entry point to the energy coming through and the channeling of that information is my way of stepping up and doing something different, having that courage to change the way I normally do things, and, you know, not caring if it lands, but just having faith and trust and hope that it's going to land and it's going to work for you guys in the same way that the symbols and the energy drawings do. Because at the end of the day, it's the information that you want. How I get it, I guess, is irrelevant. It's the guidance and the wisdom that you're looking for, and how that can support you in your day-to-day life. So that's me physically manifesting what the energies are this week. So I'd love you to also tap into that and try that and just go with how you feel. Because if you ask your guides and ask the universe for that support around the additional courage and the additional strength to do something that wee bit different, I guarantee you're going to get it. It is there in abundance waiting for you, because the universe wants you to step up. You know, the universe wants us to be the very best version of ourselves, because the more that we embody our truth and the finest, truest aspect of who we are, the more that filters out into the interactions that we have. And it's kind of like a ripple effect that just keeps on going. But I also want to say that it is about asking for help, because, and I heard this somewhere and I can't remember where, you know, you can shine brightly if you do it alone, but you can go on forever if you do it with support. And given the fact that this 8-8 portal, you know, when you look at the number 8, that's one of the reasons why it's so auspicious when you turn it on its side. It's the symbol of infinity. You know, so this is not just about your star burning brightly for a short period of time and then fizzling out. It's about it burning brightly and going on forever. So this is about reaching out and asking for help. And this is help from people that know you. This is help from strangers. This is using channels like this on YouTube to get guidance from people that you connect with. It's about reading books. It's about tapping into your higher self and actually trusting what's coming up for you. I mean, these are great tools to help you with sort of guidance and wisdom, but there has to come a point where you are inspired by this kind of thing and you use what you're learning and then tap into that energy, that wisdom that's being shared either through something like this video or tarot or astrology, and then really connecting with something and then, you know, tapping into that energy and asking you to expand upon it, using your higher self to expand upon it. And I really feel that if you learn to trust this week, these gifts are going to open up for you in a way that they haven't done so before. So I really hope that this has helped. If you're still here, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch to the end of this video. I would love you to subscribe and hit the notification button so when you know when the next reading is coming out. And who knows, there may be some pastel drawings the next time, but there might not be. We're just going to go with the flow. But just let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, if you did connect with this, then I'd really appreciate if there's anybody that you can share it with. We can spread the word and the love together. So sending you lots of love for the 5th till the 11th of August.